Suex, go all in. Meghan was angry at fed up Harry's impulsive move to abandon his royal titles to be a U.S. citizen, but Meghan isn't delighted by the idea. Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. Charles has already made it clear that his traitorous son, Prince Harry, has absolutely no chance of ever holding an official royal role ever again. And Pal's insiders are claiming that the renegade redhead is about to throw his titles away and disown his family by becoming an American citizen. Sources claim that the 39-year-old Harry's unprecedented move is sending shockwave through his 5-year marriage to the former Z-list actress Meghan Markle, who certainly has enjoyed flaunting her title, the Duchess of Sussex. According to someone close to the palace, you can bet that Meghan, who's really into fame, is determined to hold on to her title, no matter what Harry decides. She worked hard to get where she is, marrying a royal, having royal kids, and getting a title from Queen Elizabeth herself. She's not giving that up. It's her ticket to staying famous and making money. She's been famous for 6 years now and doesn't want to go back to being less famous. As an actress, her royal title opens doors to bigger and better things. But without his royal title, what's going to happen to Harry? He'll just be plain old Harry Sussex, another person trying to make it in Hollywood. The palace insider said that he won't be able to get those big money deals anymore, and that's not what Meghan wants. If Harry wants to become an American citizen and stay in California, that's fine, but it's going to cost him a lot. Well, here's something to ponder. I doubt Meghan, who wasn't born into royalty, is willing to pay that price. She'll fight tooth and nail to hold on to her title and the lavish lifestyle that comes with it. Things seem to have hit a rough patch when Harry openly talked about considering a citizenship, saying he's not sure what would stop him, despite reaching out to his estranged father. But here's the kicker to become a U.S. citizen. Harry has to publicly let go of all his titles and his royal heritage under a U.S. law. He'd have to swear allegiance, renouncing any ties to foreign princes or states. That means publicly turning his back on the family he's been at odds with since him and Meghan stepped back from royal duties in 2020 and moved to California, where they still live with their kids, Archie and Lily. While Meghan, being a U.S. citizen, could legally keep her title, the insider hints that Harry might push for her to give it up too, which could lead to some serious clashes. Let's not forget, Meghan is strong-willed and has a history of leaving behind relationships when they no longer serve her ambitions. Harry might be next in line. Guess what? So Harry spilled the beans about thinking of becoming a U.S. citizen. Can you believe it? He mentioned it during this super cool event called Invictus Games in Canada. Oh, and get this, the palace was totally taken aback. This happened right after he traveled a whopping 11,000 miles to see his dad on February 6th. And guess what? That was the exact day after the king revealed he had cancer. Can you imagine the timing? Now here's where it gets juicy. People are saying the cancer is in his pancreas, but the palace hasn't confirmed or denied it. Then there's this insider who spilled the tea that the meeting lasted only 30 minutes. Apparently, during this chat, Harry hinted that he might pop back into the royal scene now and then to help out while his dad deals with his tough treatments. But here's the kicker: they've made it crystal clear that there's no way Harry's getting back into the royal groove permanently. Ouch, that's gotta sting. And get this, just a week later, it seems like Harry and Meghan are hitting back. They went ahead and launched their fancy new Sussex.com website, even though they were told not to use their royal titles to rake in the cash. And here's a fun fact: they're using Meghan's coat of arms, not Harry's. It's almost like Meghan's already planning to take the royal spotlight, huh? Looks like Harry might be waving goodbye to his royal roots. So, guess what the palace insiders are whispering about? They're saying Harry's little plan to become a U.S. citizen is like a punch in the gut for his dad, King Charles. I mean, just think about it. How could Harry turn around so quickly after seeing his dad, who's fighting for his life, and announce to the world that he's cutting ties with the family he was born into? It's pretty harsh, right? Poor Charles must be feeling crushed. And let's not forget, this selfish move of Harry's could put a real strain on his marriage, too. I mean, seriously, how could Meghan stick around after something like this? But here's the twist. A source is saying that Meghan isn't planning to leave him anytime soon. I guess she figures she won't find another prince like Harry. And yeah, that might just be true. But looking at it objectively, maybe all the other princes out there are a bit more sensible than Harry, even if he's just the spare in exile. And hey, let's be real, Meghan's not exactly shy about using those royal titles whenever she can. So let's talk about what might happen if Harry and Meghan split. If they do, Meghan might hold on to her title or maybe even get offered another one. But let's be honest, any divorce settlement she gets would probably be peanuts for her. It wouldn't come close to covering the lifestyle she's used to. And let's face it, she probably wouldn't be offered any fancy new titles. Let's keep it real. But here's the kicker: if Meghan were to tie the knot again, she'd lose her Duchess title. So maybe that's why she's sticking around in this marriage. It's all about those titles, right? But here's the thing, the royal family has faced much tougher challenges than Harry and Meghan. I don't think they're going to negotiate with Meghan for Harry's surrender. I mean, Harry's already been sidelined by his own family. And if Meghan got her hands on their money, who knows what she'd do with it? Meghan Markle seems like the kind of person who'd use your own weapon against you. It's kind of sad when you think about it. It seems like Harry's had enough of Meghan. You can just tell from the way they look at each other and their body language. It's like Harry can't stand her anymore, but they're still putting on this big show. It feels so fake. They keep pretending like they're head over heels in love, but let's be real, their marriage is falling apart. Sooner or later, their true selves are going to shine through that narcissistic facade, and then we'll all see what's really going on. Unless you've been through it yourself, it's hard to understand the pain of being with a narcissist and getting trapped in that toxic cycle. Harry seems like he's moved past that point now. Narcissists are just pure evil, and they'll destroy anything they come into contact with, just like Meghan seems to be doing with Harry. And have you noticed how Harry's not looking too great these days? I've been saying it for a while now, but honestly, I don't think he's doing well, either physically or mentally. It's worrying, really. Honestly, when I look at Harry, I see someone who's been through the ringer in a narcissistic relationship, and it's heartbreaking. He was already struggling when he got together with Meghan, and that just made her job easier. Even if they do divorce and live on opposite sides of the world, Harry's scars will never fully heal. Sure, he's made some mistakes himself, but he's going to need years of therapy to even begin to recover. It's like any bit of humanity and dignity he once had has vanished. He's just a shell of his former self now. I think once the royal kids grow up and start their own lives, maybe that's when Harry and Meghan will call it quits. By then, nobody will care about the Sussexes anymore. It's a sad thought, but it seems like where things are headed. Once the media loses interest in them, there won't be much keeping Harry and Meghan around. Meghan probably won't be able to handle the fact that her kids won't be as important or respected as the royal ones. They won't get the same attention from the media either. A royal commentator even chimed in, saying Harry was more of a puppet than anything else. It's sad, really. And then there's this bit about Harry's legal battle after losing to the Home Office. His first reaction was to say he'd appeal. Now, the costs have soared to about £1 million, and if he keeps at it, it could end up costing him twice that. I genuinely wish the best for Harry. It would be great to see him back with his family, surrounded by people who truly care about him. You're right, Harry's a grown man, and he's entitled to live life on his own terms. It's unfair to suggest he should go back to a place that clearly made him unhappy. There must have been some real struggles there for him to leave in the first place. I care about Harry too, because at the end of the day, he's still a person. Maybe if we take a closer look at his past, we can understand why he's acting this way. It's definitely out of character for him. When Harry was young, it seems like he faced some challenges with learning. Reading and writing were tough for him, and there are rumors that he might be dyslexic, so Charles sent him off to the army, where he graduated from Sandhurst. There isn't much information about his graduation, but I'm guessing he passed. He even tried to become a helicopter pilot, but had to give it up after 3 years. It's clear he's faced his fair share of struggles. So let's talk about this title Harry got as an Apache helicopter commander. It might sound impressive, but it basically means he was a co-pilot gunner. Now, I'm not trying to take away from his achievements. Instead, I want to shed light on why Harry might have behaved the way he has. Thinking logically and rationally has always been tough for Harry. William was like his rock, the one he could always rely on. William took great care of him, even if it meant sometimes being tough on him, because that's what Harry needed. Remember when William warned Harry about Meghan? It's clear Harry can be pretty naive, and maybe he still hasn't fully matured. Now there's nobody around him to give him the kind of advice he needs, like telling him to stop wasting money on these court cases and just move on. But let's not forget, there are plenty of successful people out there who have dyslexia. It's not a barrier to success. Yes, indeed, there are numerous examples of highly successful individuals who have dyslexia, like Albert Einstein, Richard Branson, and others like Peter Jones and Theo Paphitis from the UK. Alan Sugar, too, is a great example. They've all achieved remarkable success in their respective fields. As for Harry, it seems like he might have struggled as a slow learner, but that doesn't mean he couldn't excel in other ways. It's possible he was easily influenced in the wrong direction. Maybe Doria Ragland, Meghan's mother, has a point. She might believe Meghan played a significant role in guiding Harry's decisions. Regarding whether I agree with this view, I think it's essential to consider various perspectives and analyze the situation carefully. Each person's experience and perception may differ, so it's crucial to explore different viewpoints before forming a conclusion. If you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to like and share it with others who might benefit from it. And be sure to subscribe to our Theking YouTube channel to show your support. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. We'll see you again tonight.